I see a Goliath grouper there and a bunch of other little fish. But we are over here in my little tropical fish spot. Nice big starfish there. Just checking things out. Big old Goliath grouper. I see him every once in a while. He's not liking me. See if he'll go sit up somewhere else. Looks like there's a big hole right there. And yep, that's where he's going. That big old hole, little cave there. Hey everybody, how we doing today? Beautiful day here in the Florida Keys. Got some nice bright sun there, so it's a really good time. And plus it is super low tide, as you can see. So it's gonna be a great day for prospecting out here. Rough ride getting out here because there's just tons of weeds, sargassum, and just these little fine turtle weeds. And it just makes it a mess getting out here because it clogs up the motor. So I have to scoop it out every 15 seconds. But anyways, we made it out here. The plan of attack today is to follow that long stretch of highland there. You can see the birds sitting up on it. It actually runs out and goes for quite a while. It's got a lot of cuts and narrows and passageways. So I think that's going to be a good permit bonefish spot. It's hard to find because usually when this is above water you can't tell the difference, but that's why I specifically wanted to come out here today. It's exposed and I could really track it very well. But I came over here to do my little intro to my little tropical fish spot. You can see the tons of little fishies, a lot of pretty stuff. So yeah, let me go back all the way around this flats area and then follow along that edge and see what we see. On days when the tides are up, I know I could follow this shoreline, this direction, and know that it basically points to the section that I'm looking for. You can kind of see the bird out there. Right now it's low tide, so it's easy to see, but that'll help me find it by just looking along this shoreline. And then I could run along there. Over here it looks a lot better. Over there it's that really soft grass. It's super thick. Not gonna find much there, but I see this broken bottom stuff. That's what interests me over here, so I'm gonna take it slow and just kind of check these out. Yeah, this must be one of the cuts. Let's see something there that pushes through this long line of thin water. So it's a bit deeper in here, so stuff will kind of sit in these holes. But this is what's really the interesting parts. So this is the grass that makes up a lot of the flats here. One, it's hard for me to be able to see fish because it's easy camouflage, but two, I don't think they really target these areas because their prey, like the little shrimps and crabs and stuff, can be 6 inches down there. So it'd be even hard for them to find stuff. So that's why finding those broken bottom areas are kind of important. So there's another one coming up there I'm going to hit, and it should be like that just following this corner here. So that's all we'll do, just follow it along all these little broken bottom patches. I see a big old brown mountain sitting above the water over here, so I'm going to check that out. And here we go. This is the exposed flats here. Only issue though is that it's primarily just flats, weeds like these, but still it's a pretty big rise, and it's areas that the fish can't feed on 24/7. So as the water rises, this will be a popular spot for feeding. So I'm just gonna cruise along the edge and see what I see. See that broken bottom areas over there, looks kind of interesting. Where that tree is, where there's all the birds are sitting on there. So yeah, I'll do a U-ey around it and check it out, see how far it goes. Yeah, you can kind of see there's like a little river running through it. So this is the spot to look here, especially along there. Both sides here. It's not a huge difference, but it's the only passageway for a long ways that way to long ways that way. So it's probably a little bit deeper. Yeah, you can see the little bit of a color change to it. Nice. Be a good place to just kind of sit here and try to ambush anything running across. I think I'm gonna follow it and run along that way. Hit those white patches. Oh yeah, there's a drop off. Bam! It goes about 2 or 3 foot deeper right along here into this middle section, just like a river. Man, I wish it was not so windy. I saw some stuff jumping around over there. Hard to see, but this first run I'm just gonna go and just see if I see any movement. See some dark figures, sharky sharks. It's a good sign. Looks like a lemon. Up here is kind of what I'm looking at. All right, I see a bunch of fishies swimming there along that sand spot. I think those are all needlefish. All right, that's the end of the sand. Didn't see nothing. Not a big patch of sand. A little bait fish there. All right, I'm gonna run it back up, take a look at the other side. Couple of big coral heads, nice rocky bottoms. Got some snappers on them, probably some lobsters underneath there. Any structure, you're gonna find the fishies. Alright, I'm going to keep running around, get around this whole section here. But yeah, it's just like a river. Oh, there's a cuda. Well, there's that tree, and this thing goes on a long way, so I'm just going to keep following the edge and looking for any sort of anomalies, kind of like that river back there, those cut passageways, and keep checking those out. Otherwise, you're in just a vast amount of just flats where there's really nothing different. Man, it goes on a long ways. It goes way over there and it wraps around. I can still see it to right about over there. So I'm gonna kind of go directly towards that, keep an eye out for any cuts. Man, I didn't know it was this big. It is realistically a land wall for the fish. There's no way to get across. So I want to take a look at the tip over there and see how that looks. Man, it just keeps going on and on and on. I'm just going over there where that tree with all the birds are. But I'm about 7 miles from US 1 and it's 6 inches of water. As far as you can see, as far as you can go. I know there's a channel pretty far that way, but and I haven't really seen much of anything in regards to life. Not even sharks or ray. It's so skinny, they're just all pushed out of here. Well, there's the tree with all the birds. And I can see past it as far as I can go. I can even see birds standing out there. And that's just shallow. There's just nothing. And it's just one solid mass still going that way. I'm tired of this. But then it gets all flats over here. But I know there's a deep channel along that edge out that way. If I can get out there, I wouldn't mind running along the flats edge. Because any fish that normally would be out here can't. So they're either in that channel out there or way out there to where the actual Gulf dumps into the Gulf of Mexico. This is kind of what I spoke to about where I had that video about where the best places to fish in the Florida Keys are. And I was saying that the Middle Keys is just, it should be an excellent place, but it's too good, especially in regards to the ecology. I mean, God, look at how much flats are out here, and it's beautiful turtle grass, but it's just everywhere. So it's so difficult to try to kind of figure out a pattern of where the fish are going to be because there's just so much beautiful areas to work with. Whereas you get down to like Key West or up north towards Islamorada, it's a lot more compact. And so there's less areas that you have to deal with, and I guess it concentrates the fish more. But man, all this beautiful areas for flats, but how are you gonna find the fish? All right, I finally made it to a main channel here. That's the one that runs back, so I could take this in. Thank God. But then I saw all this rock outcroppings up there. I thought it was boats from a long distance because I could see just globs. So I thought it was like a sandbar party area, but no, it's just another raised spot. So I want to check that out. Nice deep solid bottom. I saw these mounds from a distance, so I thought it would be a bunch of hard bottom, but it's just one of these little coral patches, weed patches. They grow up, and it captured the weeds there. It's got all those around them. So this is not hard bottom stuff. It's not bad. It's got broken bottom, but it is not what I was hoping for. This deep channel is known as a mangrove snapper spot. Basically, you can just anchor up, put your chum bag out, and then if you go on this incoming to the Gulf current, it'll take chum all the way down this deep channel and then suck all the fish to you. Saw some bigger snappers down there as I was running over this spot. All right, I see some snappers down here, so I can get it on there. Oh, those weren't snappers, those were there's life down there, a lot of life. Yeah, those are snappers there. Ooh, there's some chunkers down there. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what you're looking for there. Getting a school of those and then you're set. Oh, there's a lot of little ones though. There's some big chunkers in there. turtle. Well, there are a bunch of snappers all over this spot. Definitely need to have the right bait though. Get some live shrimp and chum. Be set. Oh, there we go. Snappers. See all of them coming up. That was on the Esky shrimp. Lot of mangroves. Not bad. Yeah, there were some big ones down there. I think there's a turtle stalking me. I'll mark this spot. Here's another one of those high spots that are exposed at low tide. I think that's actually on the other side is the 7 mile channel, so this is a bit different here. I'm gonna walk my kayak onto the other side, and I think I could get deep water and run farther down. So let's do that. Now this is the more of the broken bottom stuff that I like. So this island is much better than what I found on that other side. This is somebody's prop wash here. They got stuck. There's a bunch of damage there. But yeah, this is the kind of bottom that I like to see. So let me move on to the other side and see what that looks like. I'll take this one freeway here across. Yeah, this stretch is by far the best. It's that better hard pack. It goes deeper, faster on this side because this is the 7 mile bridge channel out there. So that's an escape route. And plus it is the farthest to the east island, but also this kind of high-end structure here. So this definitely has to attract the fish. So this is the one that I don't have enough time, there's not enough sun left, but this is where I'll be targeting. Because once that water gets high enough that the fish can come on here, I bet you they just attack this area. So I'll just have to hit the tide just right. But I like it. All right, I ended up calling it a bit early here. I lost the sun, so makes it hard to see anything. Pretty close to the launch, not too far. I'm on this kind of little strip peninsula here. I did a video about it. I like this spot here. Good place to stop, stretch to the legs. But I think what I'm going to do is head on home and then kind of do an overview of the different spots that I hit, and that way I can show you on Google Maps what it looks like versus what it actually looks like on the water here, and then we could wrap things up. So let's head on back. All right, we're back home here. So if you watched it this far in the video, I can kind of show you the little area that I'm kind of working here. Launched out of the 7 mile bridge ramp, made the run out to the East Bahia Honda Key here. This is that first section of high water, high land areas with all those different cuts that I was working. Then kind of followed that edge along here. And if you take a look at this spot, this basic square here is mainly right around 4 miles by 4 miles square. And you can see all of these flats areas here are all that almost exposed flats areas that I was running along. I came along this edge and this was all totally exposed. This is that deep water channel that cuts through the middle of it, more flat. And this is that last peninsula area that I really like there. And then on this side is the 7 mile bridge channel, so it's a bit deeper water. But looking at this 4 mile by 4 mile section, you can kind of see that it's very distinctive in areas that the fish can be and where they aren't going to be, especially at low tide. So I'm looking at hour or two before low tide, and then the hour or two after low tide. I definitely want to put some quality time here at the right time, as well as this channel here, because when these are exposed, those fish have to go somewhere. They can come all the way out here to the 7 Mile Channel. They can go way up here to the Gulf of Mexico where it's a little bit deeper water, but otherwise there's these little pocket areas here, and then this cut that goes through the middle of it. And I see definitely the mangrove snappers are stacked in here, but I imagine like permit bonefish are going to hide out in this instead of going these long distances to get out of there. They can just kind of wait out in this channel, wait for that tide to come up, and then they can go back onto these flats. So that's kind of the rundown. These are a couple of the areas that I'm going to be targeting in some upcoming videos, because I really want to work these areas really well. So anyways, that's what we're looking at. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you next video. Bye.